So 40 is the new 60. This is something that I have heard a lot. It's not a kind of a forced retirement that happens, but once you turn 40, more and more you find that it is not easy to get a job. And if you don't believe me, please go and ask any of your friends who's in the recruitment business as to what do they feel about this and what are their thoughts. And you will find that there is a silent kind of a message which is there that beyond 50, don't recruit people. This is not something new, this has been there for quite a while. Ageism is real. So the first thing that I would say is that, don't ignore this, that ageism exists. You're going to face it at some stage in your life. So here is something that I can tell you, that when I started when I jumped out of my corporate career, I was on this drug which we all get used to, which is a paycheck, 30 years of paycheck. I wanted to chase my dreams. So one of the first things that I heard from well-wishers and the people who really knew me well was that, you're doing a foolish thing. Why don't you wait for another maybe 10 years and then go for retirement? And then after that, once you have turned 60, and that's the official age for retirement in India, you can do whatever you want. But then I didn't want to wait. I was in my comfort zone and I wanted to shift. I wanted to live my dreams. And I didn't want to die with any kind of regrets. I didn't want to look back at life and say, okay, I didn't do this. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to do my own stuff. I wanted to chase my own dreams. So I didn't want to look back and say, that I did not do it. So I just jumped despite of all advice. And the advice was very clear. Even at that point of time, this is not 10 years back, that after 50, it is not easy to get a job. And here I jumped. Now, these 10 years, if I look back now, there are certain things that I have learned. And with all the news that's happening, with all the layoffs that I'm seeing that are happening around, and so many people call me up. And there is something that I wanted to share with you. And these are the few things that I think everyone should know. Pick up what works for you. Not everybody is the same. Not everybody's life situation is the same. It could be different. But here are a few suggestions that I have got. Pick up what works for you. The first thing is, accept the fact that ageism is real. Don't try to argue with it. Don't try to say, no, this is something which is wrong. You cannot do anything about it. It is there. And it is very simply there because for organizations, a younger resource means a lesser cost. And so it works for them to get something cheaper somewhere. And that's why this entire thing of ageism. And the second thing, there's a bias which is there, which says that, after a particular age, people are not as flexible. So they've got their reasons, organizations have got their reasons, and that is why ageism exists. And it is real, and it's going to get even worse with the kind of changes that we are seeing in the world. The second thing that I would like to share with you is no one is coming to rescue you. If you expect that somebody is going to come and do something for you, nobody is going to do anything for you. If you're fired, slow fired, or whatever way it is that's happening, you will ultimately find that you are the CEO of your life. You are in charge of your life. Nobody is going to be there to help you. Not in the organization that you have given so many years to, not the people that you thought that you're going to be your friends who are going to be all around you. No. So you will have to take charge of your life. That's the second thing that I think I would want you to prepare with. And build your network. The third thing that I would say is build your network much before you need it. Don't do it because you have just been fired and now you have to build your network. Do this long before. It's like a seeding that you do right in the beginning of your career. Your network is your net worth. So keep on building that relationships, building that network. The fourth thing that I would tell you is to build your brand. It's not something that you need to build. Simple thing that you need to do is to keep your promises. If you keep your promise, that's what your brand is all about. Whatever you have got, be an artist at that. Stand up, speak up, be different. Don't try to be part of just the crowd and just get lost in the crowd. Be missable. Be remarkable, something that people can make a remark about. If you don't show up for work, that you are missed. That's a brand. It stands out from the crowd. It is not the commodity. So you need to take that stand to speak up, to rock the boat. Don't try to play safe. There's nothing like safe. There's no something like safe jobs any longer. So build your brand, um, and stop comparing, because this is one of the things that I have learned, that you start comparing with others. That guy's got so much more, he's so more successful, that guy's become a millionaire, he has built a unicorn. It's okay, every life is different. You don't have to be like anybody else. You don't need to compete with anyone out there. There's no such rule that you need to compete, and that itself can get you a lot of stress. This whole thing of competing. Find your own journey and be peaceful at your own journey. What's due to you will come to you, and what is not due to you, let it go. You know, and don't wait for tomorrow. So if you have been sacked from a job, if you have been fired, and I've seen people, they keep on applying 10 applications, 100 applications, 200 applications. And I saw a news of a girl, a lady who had applied to 900 places and not got a job. She was doing it for the past 18 months. Why the hell are you just keeping on applying? Why don't you start something? Now, so what the hell, I don't know anything. Now, this is something that you need to prepare yourself. That's called the entrepreneur's mindset. You can be a solopreneur, a person who can take your skill, whatever that skill is, and start offering it to people. You can even volunteer, you can collaborate, you can work. There are so many ways in which you can do something, contribute in some way to the world. Bring out your best gifts in some way or the other. Don't just keep on waiting that, till I don't get a job, I wait for that day and then I'm going to do something. Also, be ready to pivot. Very important that if you're fired, if something changes, be ready to be on a constant pivot. When I got out and started chasing my dreams, my first startup that I worked on, we ran out of money. And I had to pivot. We had to pivot. I had to do it. And then when I pivoted, the second thing that happened was COVID hit. So again, I had to pivot. So these pivots, these changes, you cannot say that, I'll continue doing things the way I'm used to it. I will not even take any kind of a cut in my paycheck. Things market shift, whatever happens, but I will continue to, this is what I want, this is what I have been used to. Nobody owes you anything. You need to change with the times, you need to change with the market. Also remember that your title that you're sitting on right now, it's an absolutely temporary thing. Don't think that you are your title. If you are hooked to your title, you are stuck. You are going to be in trouble. You are not your title, and title doesn't walk with you once you walk out of the office. Please forget it. All the respect that you get is till you're there in that office, till you're occupying that title, till you have the power that comes with that title. The moment you're out, nobody, your team itself is not going to care. Or try doing it. Try calling them up after 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month. And I don't blame anyone. It is their priority shift. They move to the next boss who's going to be on that chair. So don't get stuck to your titles and think, let it go into your head. That title is going to go one day. So don't be your title. That's another important thing that I have learned. Stay curious. Most important, stay curious. Be like a child. And that's something that's going to keep you in good stead. Whether you're 40, 50, 60, 80, 70, whatever your age is. Be curious about things here. I'm deeply curious about artificial intelligence. I love to make films with artificial intelligence. I use Gen AI a lot. Not just as a productivity tool. The day ChatGPT was launched, I was onto it. But I'm absolutely exploring almost every day something or the other. I read, not just on the subject of my expertise, but I read a lot. So be that kind of curious mindset, and it helps you, and help someone else. Most important, help someone else. Don't be just like, I'm here. Somebody else is in trouble. You help them tomorrow. They will turn around and help you, possibly. You're not doing it with an agenda. But then if somebody is in trouble, who comes to you, and I am telling you, when I was in trouble and I reached out to people, some people did not even respond to my phone. And I felt so very bad. I thought these people were friends. These were colleagues. They did not respond to my phone. They didn't respond to my messages. Do I hold this against them? No, but this was a big lesson that I learned. You don't be that. Be that person who responds. And never lose focus on your health. Most important. As you're going to age, and with all the costs that are going up, one of the biggest thing you'll find is that aging is also going to get physical, which means your diet is important, your movement is important, your friendship circle is important, a walk in nature is important, a sport that you love is important. Figure out all these things. These are all good for your health. And you're going to be under tremendous stress because the markets are like that. The world is changing. Geopolitical situations are there. Shut off the negative news. A lot of these things are going to impact your stress. And I come back to the most important one. Control what you can, what you cannot control. You have to learn to let it go. There will be times when you will just not be in control. Things will go wrong and you have absolutely no control. You'll have to learn to accept that also as a part of life. And again, as I say before I close, every life is different. I don't say that these are what I figured out is what you need to follow. I've shared with you different things. I've written 2 books on this subject because this is very close to my heart on the second act. One of them is Jump Off the Cliff, for people who are waiting on the sidelines and are not taking the decision to jump off the cliff, to follow their dreams. The second book is From Success to Meaning. And that's again a very important book because that's what I realized. Previously, there was something else that I was chasing, but as I matured, there was something else that was more important. So these 2 books are available on Amazon. You can go and pick them up, you can buy them. But do share your comments. Do share your comments and thoughts on what I have shared with you. Reflect on what I have shared. If anything makes sense to you, follow that and do share your comments. I would love to read your comments about this. Let us together, work. I keep on sharing this. So do follow and subscribe to my channel. Share this with somebody who needs it today because it might be useful to somebody. But let us make this difference. Let's understand that the world is changing. Ageism is for real. But you need not be bowed down because of that.